how would I know? I just run the show here. I kind of forgot which Q&A it is, so I'll just go in. But anyway, for those of you joining me for the very first time, this is me just responding. For those of you joining me for the very first time, this is just me responding to various questions and comments again on various different videos. I never censor my comments. I always encourage people to jump in on the conversation, whether we agree to disagree. Always good. Say your piece. Next to that, today's date is the 2nd. Yeah, I thought it was the 3rd day, but okay, no, it's the 2nd of December, 2016. Where did the freaking year go? Where did my freaking life go? I mean, geez, I woke up yesterday, I was 5 years old. I was like a little 5-year-old kid, and then today I woke up and I'm freaking 40-some-odd years old. I wonder how the hell that happened. What? Nothing in there. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. Listen, I'm going to delete you. We're going to get in there. Okay, here we go. If I may submit a question for your Q&A, I would like to do so here, or delete it if you read it already. Your channel boss. All right, so Trump has spoken at Israel AIPAC, meaning recently knee bending towards Israel. In previous speeches, Trump has, due to how Palestine is the main culprit in the Israeli-Palestine dispute, Trump has praised continuously numerous speeches of how a plethora of European countries need to defend themselves without the financial aid of the U.S. Why has Trump never politically criticized or elaborated financial aid, exorbitant, I can't say that word, financial aid towards Israel, yet demand aid towards, demeaned our aid towards European countries? By the way, I am no Russian shill. I just agree with 90% of what Trump says. I mean, I am a Russian agent that both kills dinosaurs and hack God. Very good, comrade. Very good. Awesome channel. By the way, brother, I feel too uninformed when I listen. I feel uniform. Uniform. I thought uninformed when I listen to you, despite the fact I like to feel I am paying attention. Okay. Well, great question. Very good question. Here's the thing with AIPAC. It has such a stranglehold over. I mean, U.S. foreign policy is Israeli foreign policy. Article 7 of the UN is what allows veto power at the UN in favor of Israel on behalf of the United States. So, and probably other countries too. But so, where Russia has veto power in the UN under Article 7, and same with China over Syria, well, then this is where, it's kind of like a bit of a tit for tat. Well, any sanctions you want to put on Israel, well, the United States will block it, under Article 7. Any sanctions you want to put on whatever, Iran or whatever, the Russians can block it, right? That type of thing, to a degree. You can put your own sanctions on, but the United Nations, they get Trump there. But Donald Trump, yeah, that is the only area that really does kind of concern me, is when you get a politician that's so pro-Israel that, okay, well, the whole establishment, the Zionist, neocon establishment is Israel. You know what I mean? Like that is Israel. That is, it's not me picking on Israel. Just follow it. The wars are for Israel. The banking system is for Israel. It all goes back to that, right? Pretty easy to track. Follow the money, you figure it out. But the thing is I look at it and I say to myself, okay, well, maybe, just maybe, yes, okay, Donald Trump's pretty much, his kids are married to Jewish husbands and wives or whatever, and he's got Jewish grandkids or half Jewish grandkids, however you want to, I don't know how they do that. Jewish is basically a religion to some people, but some people stepping outside that don't realize that it's also considered a race. Yes, Semitic people can be Jewish or not Jewish, that's true. But you have to understand the way they view it is that they are God's chosen people and a race. So it doesn't matter if it makes scientific sense or biological sense or whatever. But there's a whole gaggle of them. George Soros, Henry Kissinger, Zbigniew Brzezinski, these types. These are all neocon war hawk types. Rothschild, Rockefeller, Bush's, Obama's, Blair's, Clinton's. The list goes on and on and on. These people work for that organization. So not all Zionists are Jews. Some of them are Christians. Now, Trump, I guess he's Christian. I don't know if he's Christian or Protestant or whatever. But I'm assuming that he's probably, somewhere moderate. So, yes, he knows he has to pander to AIPAC to a great degree, but he hasn't taken their money, from my understanding. That's the devil's kiss, is if you take AIPAC money. Hillary Clinton, of course, take tons of AIPAC money, right? But that said, if the thing is that we can only judge Trump on his actions because we really don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. I would love to see a poker game between Putin and Donald Trump. I think it would be an excellent poker game because they both got good poker faces. A lot of people, assume Trump is a buffoon and an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. I'm not saying he's brilliant or anything like that. I'm saying this man, he does seem to get it, and he does know how to play things. That's why he's a little bit sporadic. I don't think he's sporadic because he doesn't know what he's doing. I think because if he didn't know what he was doing, he wouldn't be the billionaire. You know what I mean? You can't be completely impulsive and sporadic and then do well in life. That's break and bust. Trump doesn't work in break and bust, so to speak. Yes, he's had businesses that failed and stuff like that, but he knows how to cover the business when it fails. So that's not break and bust. That's, okay, let's re-strategize. This is a thinking man. So, and what he does, and it's very clear, and many of the world elites do this, I'm not smart enough to know, I know where my limits are, and I'm not smart enough to go into that area. I'm going to get the best guy, whoever's the smartest to go into that area for me and cover my ground for me. That's what he does. So I would love to, same with Canada or all the countries, we shouldn't be sending aid to Israel at all. There's no reason to be sending aid to Israel. Again, to me, I call it, tribute money or whatever. We don't need to be sending billions of dollars to Israel. There's no reason. Why are they any more important than any other Middle Eastern country? I get the religious people, what they're going to say, well, it's Israel and biblical, and I get that. But from a country point of view, not a religious point of view, but if you're in a democracy or whatever, shouldn't the people have a say, well, why would you send money there instead of Zimbabwe? You know what I mean? Like, what's the difference? What's the difference? There is no difference. So there's definitely something else at play, and it's more, I think, to do with the religious faction than it is to do with anything else. And then, of course, with the cabal, the banking cabal, basically all these cartels out there, pretty much that are, Zionist Jews at the top, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, et cetera, et cetera. Of course, they're going to say, well, no, you have to send money there, or you're a racist, bigot, anti-Semite. So if that's the only argument, okay, well, I can live with that. Fine. Give me back my money. Help the people here. It is a bit of a double standard for Trump to do that. But you have to understand that Trump, I believe he is pro-Israel, which that worries me, because if you're pro-Israel, then you're susceptible to invading Iran for the sake of invading Iran on behalf of the Greater Israel Project. That does worry me. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Great question. Hopefully that's a kind of a semi-half-assed satisfactory answer. But anyway, I'll go with that. I'm gonna keep these ones short. I know it's only one question, but anyway, I'll keep it short. So anyway, if you like this kind of content, please consider making a donation to the channel. Links down below. Thank you so much to everybody who has. Next to that, rate, subscribe, share, comment, like. Be true to yourself. Be true to others. Always do the right thing, and have yourselves a great day. G'day, hi, and welcome. Q&A. I don't know which one it is because how would I know? I just run the show here. I kind of forgot which Q&A it is, so I'll just go in. But anyway, for those of you joining me for the very first time, this is me just responding. For those of you joining me for the very first time, this is just me responding to various questions and comments to get on various different videos. I never censor my comments. I always encourage people to jump in on the conversation, whether we agree to disagree. Always good. Say your piece. Next to that, today's date is the 2nd. Yeah, I thought it was the 3rd today, but okay, no, it's the 2nd of December, 2016. Where did the freaking year go? Where did my freaking life go? I mean, geez, I woke up yesterday, I was 5 years old. I was like a little 5-year-old kid, and then today I woke up and I'm freaking 40-some-odd years old. I wonder how the hell that happened. What? Nothing in there. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. Listen, I'm going to delete you. We're going to get into okay, here we go. If I may submit a question for your Q&A, I would like to do so here, or delete it if you read it already. Your channel bot.